So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be learning some true insights into improving relationships through Vastu Shastra. And of course, I have the master here of Vastu, Michael Master. I mean, look at that, it's in his last name. He is the master. And also, I might mute my mic while he's teaching us because my kids are screaming and yelling in the other room, so I don't want that to come in this audio. So go ahead, Michael, take it away.
Okay, great. So a lot of people ask me about Vastu for the bedroom, Vastu for relationships, and there are definitely some things that are very helpful. And this is not just for your relationship, if you're like looking to attract a relationship, your relationship with yourself. Most of these things still apply. So and it's really there, it's all about reducing the stress in your body, your mind, so that you can attract a mate or you can have better harmonious relationships. So there's 7 different things, and I've kind of gone through these in the first couple videos, but it applies exactly to the bedroom and where the bedroom is and all those things as well. So first thing is the alignment of the bed. And I know we did probably talk about this before, but we'll go into a little more detail. Then the placement of the bed in the room and what you put under your bed and around your bed, where you place the TV and other things are important. The shape of the bedroom, if it's not, it has more than 4 corners, if it's not rectangular, that can create some stress. If you have lots of windows on the south or the west side, that can leak out some passionate energy, some romantic energy. Blocked energy in the north or the east. Northeast helps your relationship grow. So if there's no windows or doors there, that can affect the relationship. And clutter. Wherever you have clutter in the room, we'll go through that real quickly too. But basically, clutter in the northwest affects directly communication, stress and communication. Clutter in the northeast affects the growth of the relationship. The clutter in the southwest affects the stability of the relationship, and clutter in the southeast affects passion in your relationship. And so that can just be your nightstand, you know, like you open up the drawer of the nightstand and it's all cluttered. You just take everything out, make 3 piles, 1 to give away, 1 to save, and 1 to put back in an organized way. So it you know, even within the bedroom, this has an effect. So let's just start with the direction you sleep. This has huge effect. And there've been a lot of studies. I've been involved in some studies where in a hospital, they'll take like 50 patients recovering from the similar surgery, and they'll put 25 of them with their headboard to the north and 25 with their headboard to the south. And they measure the REM cycles. Basically, the more REM cycles and the longer REM cycles, the deeper you sleep. And so we are like, our body's like a magnet. The positive polarity is in our head. So if we're sleeping with our headboard on a north wall, feet pointing south, it's like bringing 2 positive positive parts of the magnet together, and they repel. It disturbs the blood flow, circulation, digestion, and they found out that people that were in the hospital with their headboard to the north were not recovering as quickly, had much more disturbed sleep, not as deep or long of REM cycles. So south is very, very good. East or west are fine, but never north. And if your house is not aligned to the cardinal directions, we also avoid northwest and northeast. And like I go in houses every day where there's no other place to put the bed but the north wall, I tell people, just throw your pillow on the other end of the bed when you go to sleep at night, and that will make a huge difference. So, so here's what not to do. I'm just like a bedroom, basically. Never have your bed under a beam. Now, there are corrections for all of those things, but people with their beds under a beam, this is a beam, this can cut the circulation in your knees. If the bed is like turned like this, it creates separation between the man and the wife. And so there are ways to correct this energetically without moving the beam or the bed, but if you can just shift the bed over a little bit, that can be very helpful. So the other thing is the TV. TV throws off electromagnetic energy, even if it's shut off. So throwing a silk shawl over it will protect you from that EMF. Not having a mirror directly opposite the bed is a big thing, because when we sleep, we throw stress off. And if you can sit up in bed and see yourself in a mirror, it reflects that stress back to you, creates more stress in your relationship. So where you place water elements, fire elements, plants, things like that, it has a big effect. And we'll go through in a minute what the best placement is. I just kind of wanted to just go through a little bit about how our astrology can affect where we place our bed and our sleep and things like that. So northwest part of your house is related to moon, air, vata. You know, it's about movement. It's a great place for young couples who are not conceiving to sleep, because they could conceive much more quickly there. Now, but if you are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius ascendant, then you have more vata. So if you're sleeping in the vata place in the northwest part of the house, this will aggravate your vata, more spaced out. The man usually travels more in this kind of situation. I was just in the Bay Area, and two of the people that I saw had a master bedroom in the northwest, and the wife is complaining that the husband is traveling all the time. So basically, other things that can be issues in the northwest, if you have northwest bedroom, if there is a missing corner for some reason, if there's no windows or doors, then it's blocked. So no air is getting to your relationship. It's suffocating. It creates a lot of stress. If there's clutter, as we just mentioned, or electromagnetic energies. Things you can do, small, gross level things, are adding some chimes or pictures of sky or clouds, things like that. That will support the air energy in the northwest. Otherwise, on a more subtle, more powerful level, there are yantras that can kind of remediate any sleep issues and things like that. So northeast is kapha. That's all about growth. And if you are a Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, or Taurus, or Capricorn, you have some kapha. And this can aggravate kapha. This can make lack of passion, slow kind of stuck relationship kind of thing. And doshas are the same, like any missing corners or cuts or extensions in the northeast, or no windows or doors, blocked energy. No growth in the relationship will affect clutter, be affected by clutter and EMFs as well. Pictures of oceans and waterfalls, that can help. But on a more subtle level, we can use yantras. So in the southwest, this is really the best place to have a master bedroom, unless you have a lot of kapha, like the Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo. But it's a good for Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. These do well in this area, these ascendant signs. If you have an extension or missing corner, this can affect the stability of your relationship.
I remember in our very first video, you said that the southwest corner is very good for the person who's in charge of career. It's very good for your career. And that's where the office should be.
Yeah, so when we designed the first Microsoft, we put Bill Gates in the Southwest. And
Yeah.
all the offices I do, I put the CEO in the Southwest. That means whoever is there has more support, supportive nature in terms of being overseeing and controlling his company.
Okay.
It's also true for the head of the household, whether that's your parents, your grandparents. Hold on, let me just. All of those types of people, it's usually better in that sense, unless they're very, very kapha. But I've had lots of situations where the mother-in-law sleeps in the southwest. This creates huge problems with the wife. And
so it's okay for a couple to be in the southwest corner because okay.
And the way to support it is on a grosser level is pictures of mountains. Southeast is probably one of the least desirable places for a master bedroom, particularly if you have a lot of pitta. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo should avoid that. If you're very kapha and there's not much passion in the relationship, it's kind of stuck, this could be good. This could give more energy, more passion to the relationship. But if it's, there's also if there's clutter there and things like that, that can affect the passion, extensions or cuts. Pictures of desert scenes or pictures of the sun could be supportive in that situation.
Okay.
So here's kind of like example as what I was talking about. Instead of chimes, like you've seen these dream catchers, those are also can support the vata, the air element in the northwest. Flowers in water can be supportive of water in the northeast. Himalayan salt lamp. These things all reduce EMFs, electromagnetic energy in the room, which will reduce the stress in the relationship. And then plants. Lavender can bring more relaxation in the, more harmony in the relationship, like a peace lily or jasmine can bring more passion. Plants in the Southwest are very, very good. And NASA's done a lot of studies on how these indoor plants and things can reduce the EMFs and stress in relationships. So here's what we're gonna, I'm skipping around here. Hold on one second. So here's the way it should be. This is the ideal situation. So bed on the south, the west, or the east side, and plants in the southwest. Himalayan salt lamp to support the fire element in the southeast and reduce EMFs. And then some vase with flowers in the northeast, and not having the mirror opposite the bed. Or if it's
just the bedroom itself, not the entire house.
Yeah. This is we're just talking about ideal setup for.
Okay. So our headboard for me and my wife, it's facing the east. The headboard is directly to the east.
So you're sleeping on the headboard is against the west wall.
Yes, against the west wall. Yes.
So you sit up in bed and you could see the rising sun if there was a window there.
Yeah, so the sun is right. So this is our east, and then the sun is rising from our back, and it's setting directly where our legs are.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay.
Everything is avoid north,
okay.
West, and northeast. So the alignment, of the bed, all that, the shape of the bedroom. Now, like in this other example, a lot of times people have open, the more modern houses, it's open to the bathroom. So there's no door there. So that becomes an extension. Or there's a closet and then you walk through this mini hallway to get to your bedroom. So there's more than 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners.
Okay.
Whenever you have more than 4 corners, energy is getting stuck. In this situation, it's affecting the stability of the relationship. So let's go back to this ideal setup here. Whoop. Yeah. So the other thing is, a lot of people don't think about it, and I people, tell me there's a lot of stress in their relationship, and simple thing is, what's under your bed? So. So sometimes they have books, horror story books or pictures of deceased members of the family. Shoes gather stress no matter where you are. A lot of A lot of cultures have you take off your shoes when you come in the house because you're bringing that stress from all places you've been. And we don't want anything under the bed will definitely affect the sleep and the relationship.
Okay.
Old picture albums of old girlfriends, that may not be good. You know,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
things like that may not have a good effect.
Yeah.
So the shape of the room can be corrected with the yantras. If you have windows on the south and the west leaking the passion out of the relationship, you can set up energy barriers with yantras. You can use yantras to attract the blocked or missing energy in the north and the east. Now, lots of people have lots of gods in their bedroom, you know, statues, pictures, things like that. It's okay, but moderation. And they should not be, your feet should not point towards the house.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, so that's, you know, it's disrespect, and it's also creates some stress. So off to the side is fine, and not too much, just a little. You know, some people say the statues, especially in the bedroom, shouldn't be bigger than like 4 inches or something like that. I mean, I've been in bedrooms where they have gods all over the walls. They think that helps their sleep, but they're having nightmares.
Yes.
Great stress.
Why is that? Why is the reason behind having like nightmares while you have gods in your room, even though they're big statues?
So here's the deal, and I do a lot of dorm rooms and you know, studio apartments, so it gets really difficult. Ideally, you don't have the puja in the bedroom. It's too much energy. Sleep needs to be grounded, and the puja or the gods becomes very high energy, spiritual energy. So it doesn't let you settle down. It's great anywhere else. So what I tell people, if they're in a studio, maybe make a little drapery or you know, hang a rod from the ceiling and create some kind of separation with silk. Silk is a really good energy barrier. So you know, there are ways to do it if you know, if you have no other place. I mean, a lot of people, like guy was telling me this morning, he's rooming in a house with a bunch of different people, and the only place he can have his puja is in his bedroom because, you know, they're drinking out there, and
Yeah.
yeah, so you don't want that. People are eating meat, etc.
Now, what about cell phones? Because cell phones also give off EMF. Do you put that in a silk cloth or?
Exactly. Get it out of the room, most ideal.
Okay.
But if you have to have it near the bed, wrap it in a silk cloth.
Okay.
The router out of the bedroom. The router is what lets you not have to plug in anymore.
Okay.
And a lot of people have these atomic clocks. Put it on the other side of the room so you can see it, but not next to the bed, because it's throwing off a huge amount of electromagnetic energy.
What do you mean atomic clocks?
They're like really, they're set with the atomic time, and so they're very powerful. I mean, I've seen lots of different clocks throw off EMF. So best thing to do is not have it next to the bed. Put it across the room where you still can see it, but it's more than 5 or 6 feet away from
Okay, so in our bedroom, right on the south side, if this is our bed, this is the wall, and there's a clock on the wall I just put like 2 weeks ago.
Ah, interesting.
So, I mean, atomic clock, I don't know if it's a special kind of clock or is it just any normal clock? I got it from Target for like $25.
Okay. It is not an atomic clock, and it's okay. The distance away from you is okay. But there is Vastu rules about clocks, just like mirrors. So when we put a clock on the south or the west wall, this can create a situation where you're not on time. You forgot to set up the Vastu lecture.
Oh my God, you're so right.
So put it on the east or the north wall away from the bed.
Okay. I shall do that right now.
Anywhere else in the house too. You know, in your office especially, you put it'll help you slow the time down so that you're on time for everything and there's time to get everything done. Otherwise, the clock on the south or the west wall it basically acts like a mirror or a window. It leaks energy. It leaks your productive energy in an office, your sleep energy in the bedroom, etc.
So clock should be on the north.
North or west, north or east.
East,
either,
okay.
Yeah, either one.
Okay.
So those are the main.
Oh, I'm so glad I did this with you. You saw the example. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So here, so just kind of a review. Basically, align your bed to the south, southeast, southwest, west, never north, northwest, or northeast. Place, now, the type of bed that you have, if it's made out of metal, it acts as an antenna for EMFs. And so you've seen these metal beds with the canopy and the floor and things like that. Or even the people, now it's a big thing, they want to have their bed, so you push a button and it comes up. And down. So basically it's all metal, usually. And so this is, you know, there are ways to protect yourself, but I'm saying, you know, if you have a choice, don't get the metal bed, get a wood bed. Yeah. Now, in Vastu, we want at least 4 inches between the floor or 6 inches between the floor and the bed. And this is for proper ventilation, airflow. Now I don't know about you, but when I was in college, we all threw our mattresses on the floor. We didn't have bed frames, you know, we just were. And so it wasn't good. It's not a good idea. So you want some gap under the bed. No mirrors or gods, especially opposite the bed, no puja in the room, light colors. Now, a lot of people use these bright red colors for passion or whatever like that. That's stimulating. It's not going to let you sleep deeply. You want, you know, soft rose colors, you know, soft colors.
Like I sent you the picture of our bedroom with the light yellow northeast corner.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. So let's see here. Plants in the southwest, the lamp in the southeast, fresh flowers in the northeast, chimes in the northwest, or a dream catcher. So there's this whole thing about in feng shui, more than Vastu, that if you cannot see the door from your bed, like if it's off to the side or behind you, then you don't feel protected. Yeah. So there are ways to use mirrors, not opposite the bed, but off in a corner, so that if you glance at the mirror, you can still see the door. So there's always a feng shui type remedy, but that's something. Now, one little trick that this is very Dr. Ladd prescribed for a lot of people to create more harmony in your self-relationship and your relationship with others is to put a little piece of rose quartz in the 4 corners. Rose quartz is known for attracting more harmony in your life, in your relationship. So it's a very powerful healing stone. Just a little piece in the 4 corners of the room. Okay. Avoid sleeping. Now, sloping ceiling and beams also have that effect of creating pressure on the body, on the head. So there are ways to correct that if you cannot avoid that. No picture of violence in the bedroom. Stove that's not in the southeast can affect relationships. That's more Vastu related. We have to take care of that in a different episode. Okay, the shape of the room, create no more than 4 corners. Close the door. Now, if you have a door to the bathroom or a door to your closet, put the toilet seat down, close the door to the bathroom when you sleep at night. Have a little night light there if you're going to run into it, if you have to get up in the middle of the night. But yeah, keep the room in the 4 corners if you can, possibly. Shape. Energy leaks, we talked about. Blocked energy, we talked about. Decluttering the bedroom in all directions, and especially under the bed. You can definitely have bedding under the bed. I don't see any issue with that, but no shoes, no books that are weird or anything like that. Protect yourself.
This is what I do when I on right next to my bed. I have like 4 or 5 astrology books sitting.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you wake up thinking about astrology?
24/7. I'm like 20.
I know. Me too.
Yeah.
So basically, there's 4 things that reduce the stress in your relationship. The stress in your body, mind, through meditation, yoga, pranayama, Ayurveda, all those Ayurveda lifestyle tips make a big difference. Reduce the stress in your home through the Vastu. And then Jyotish is like the map of your karma. If you go to somebody like I prescribe people to go to you to find out what their life purpose, their dharma is. Because if you don't know your dharma and you're in a relationship, it can create a lot of stress. And so it's just the road of your life is full of bumps. And if you're on your dharmic path, it's like, I know Simon would talk about this as well. If you're doing your dharma, you're clearing your karma. You're reducing your karma.
Yeah.
So the last thing is, and my wife and I do this all the time. Before bed and when we wake up, we say three things that we appreciate about each other. And it can be repeat, it can be new, but acknowledging your partner, and if you're not in a relationship, appreciating yourself will attract another partner to you. So small tip, but makes a huge difference. You have to water your flowers, you know? Yeah. So 3 books that all talk about relationships, The Way of Vastu, Altars of Power and Grace, using the Vedic knowledge to create relationship altars. And then I give my wife full credit for all the books because she's the writer, but we did write this book, Making Room for Mr. Right, is using the principles of Vedas to attract relationship, harmony relationship. And
but you're the Mr. Right for her, huh?
Yeah, it's a misleading title. Sarman and Schuster got to pick the title because they paid for the book, but it could be a different title, really. But anyway.
I had one question for you.
Sure.
I also heard from a numerologist that if your house number is not in vibration with who you are, you can put like a number sticker in the back of your main door to add a certain number to get to the number that you want. What do you know about like house number not being harmonious and how to remedy that?
Yeah, you see a lot of people add a dash and a 1 or 3 or 5 or something to create a more harmonious kind of number. There's all kinds of different number combinations. Like if your numbers boil down to 2, that means there's like more cooperation in your relationship. If they boil down to 3, that means there's more growth in the relationship. And if they come to 4, that means you have a solid foundation for your relationship. I see the numbers as all usually good things for people. I don't see them as bad things, but if there's something lacking in your relationship, like the passion and things like that, there are number combinations that can create a better situation. I feel like numbers everything has an effect, but I think, taking care of your body, reducing the stress, taking care of the Vastu, reducing the stress, and the numbers is a smaller thing, I think.
Right.
But it does have an effect. Absolutely.
Okay.
Like all the houses that we have had always add up to 9. That means that our relationship is about service and helping other people. This also can be detracting from a relationship because you're so busy involved in helping other people, or it can be a good thing if you're doing it together. That gets back to the Dharma, knowing your Dharma, very, very important. Okay. So anybody who wants the Vastu creation, you can use KRS to get 20% discount. And yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm watching all your videos and learning a lot.
Thank you. Oh, no. You know a whole lot more. I'm just like nowhere close to you. But, I'm always love it when you come because it's like it not only helps other people, it helps me as well. Like you saw with the clock.
Yes.
I made a mistake. And so now no one that I missed, people don't realize my brain just has been switched. I've been missing so many schedules since I got it. Now I understand. So
small effect, but yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And keep me posted on the search. Send me addresses you like when
Okay.
and we'll find a very
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.